It's all mathematics.
Mighty most definitely.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out.
What's up, everybody? It's Jacob, aka PickManagement, your favorite better's favorite better, here with the royalty of sports betting, the Prince of Picks, aka Payam, off another stellar night. 4-2 doesn't get much better than that. The NBA Betting Insiders is currently on an unbelievable run, something like 52-22. Something around there. I always forget the exact number, but it's unbelievable.
52 and 21, even better.
There we go. That's why we got Payam. That's why he's the Prince of Picks, because he knows the exact record. And it's documented that we smash it out of the park every single day. So, Payam, tell all the people how you're doing, how your night was, and yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up, man? Had a great night again. As you alluded to, went 4-2 in my picks last night. We're just continuing to crush these books, week by week. We're a relatively new show, but since we've been doing this, we've been in the green almost every day. So we're just cashing tickets, and for me tonight it's going to be a light slate in terms of the bets. I know there's a lot of games tonight, but I'm going to go with just a few. But the few that I have, I'm really, really confident about, and I'm looking forward to cashing out on those. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, and just so you guys know, Payam, one day this week, we're going to have a bonus episode. So in addition to having Payam as my co-host, we're also going to have Matt Severance from CBS Sports Line, CBS Sports HQ, all those big places. He's going to be on our show, breaking down the NBA Christmas slate. I'm really excited to have him here. Good buddy of mine doing us a big favor coming on the show. So make sure you turn in for that breakdown. But right now, we are going to get into the Thursday night NBA slate. And Payam is going to give us his best bets. I'm going to give you mine, and then we are going to get you guys out of here. So, Payam, what do you have for your best bets on the Thursday night NBA slate?
Yep. So first up, we are going to the toilet bowl of the night. Utah Jazz at the Detroit Pistons. I am taking the Detroit Pistons plus 1.5. The streak ends tonight. Pistons money line. It was at plus 100. I just checked before we started this show. It has since gone down. Now it's about at a pick 'em right now. I got it at like minus 105 is the current value. So, maybe wait and see. The number seems to be fluctuating between, pick 'em and a plus one here and there. Either way, Pistons for me. The Jazz currently are 0-3 on the road when playing in the Eastern Conference. That's straight up against the money line. Jazz are also 21% ATS on the road this season. They are 20% ATS with a rest disadvantage, which they played last night in Cleveland. I think the Pistons have had this game circled on the calendar for the last couple of weeks. I think this is a game that they legitimately believe they can win. And I think they're going to be ready for this game. I have to presume that they're the more hungry team. You would think a team that has lost 24 games in a row. Just try to conceptualize that, right? I've played athletics on, various levels in my life, and never have I lost 24 games in a row. I can't imagine what it would feel like to be a professional athlete traveling across the country, right? Going from city to city, every night thinking that, okay, this is the night we're going to give it our best. And then they continue to fail 24 times in a row. Like, that must be so taxing on the players, on the coaching staff, on everybody involved. So when you see an opportunity that you think you can seize to get some positivity going on and get some good vibes going on within the chemistry of the team, I think, again, they have to be the more hungry team. So I think they're going to be really, really ready for this one. And again, they're on the verge of breaking the NBA record, which is 26 losses in a row. I think that was set by the Sixers back in, I want to say 2015, 2016. And if they don't win tonight, they might not win again for another 2 weeks. If you look at their upcoming schedule, it is not easy. So this might be their only winnable game for the next couple of weeks, given their current, status at stake in the NBA.
And I got to chime in here, Pam, and just let the people know, the fact that they are favored as home dogs is unbelievable against the Jazz. I think the Jazz should not be favorites against anyone, especially on the road. And I think that's just crazy, especially the fact that the line has gone up. It's gone it's gone away from Utah. You know what I mean? So it's
Yep.
The whatchamacallit, oh my gosh, the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons.
It's okay. It's easy to forget about them. They're not relevant.
Yeah, their line is going up, and then I just think that's ridiculous. So actually, this one is going to be one of my plays too. So I am going to be riding with the Prince of Picks on his first best bet for tonight. He's going to be on the Pistons plus 1.5 versus the Utah Jazz.
Yep.
So Payam, what is your next best bet for tonight's NBA slate?
Yep. So side note, this is the first game that Utah has been favored on the road for this entire season. So just to go allude to your point, they shouldn't be favored in any game unless you're playing a team that's lost 24 in a row. That might be the only way that you're going to be favored in a game if you're the Utah Jazz. Also for this game, I am going Bojan Bogdanovic over 2.5 threes. That's been a cash cow for me since he has come back. He has made 3+ threes in 4 of his last 7 games, which those 7 games are just his entire 7 games of this season because in the beginning of the season he was hurt. So he's been back for 7 games. Of those 7, he's hit 4, so that's over 50% of his games. He's made more than 3+ threes in each of those games. Also, the Utah Jazz are 30th, dead last in the league in defending the three-point shot. So they are giving up 43.7 points per game from the three-point line. Even more incentive to take Bojan, given the circumstances, given the just the necessary will to win, and his current streak. I love Bojan Bogdanovic over 2.5 threes. That's actually going to be my play of the night. That's all I got for that game. Moving on, I will be going to the Indiana Pacers at the Memphis Grizzlies. I will be taking the game total over 247. 90%, again, 90% of all Pacers road games have seen the game total gone over. 77% of all Pacers games in general have gone over. So the statistics are overwhelmingly in favor of all Pacers games, the likelihood of them going over, very likely. And, Pacers overs are just an autoplay for me. Doesn't matter who they're playing. Doesn't matter where they're playing. For me, just the fact that this team is, they're horrible on defense, dead last in the league, and they're prolific on offense, number 1 in the league. So every game they play, there's guaranteed to be points. So that's an autoplay for me. I will also be taking Ja Morant over 28.5 points. I learned my lesson from last game. I took his under. I thought, against that tough New Orleans defense, I thought, at the first half in halftime, he had 7 points. So I was feeling good about it. I said, okay, I think this is going to hit. I thought it would take him longer than a half to shake off the rust, but you know what? That's just a credit to him and his God-given ability. Is just his athletic talent, his supreme athlete, excellent basketball player. And, the great ones, that doesn't take him long to shake off the rust. And he exploded in the second half, and props to him. And what better way to have your first homecoming game of the season than against the lowly Indiana Pacers defense, who are giving up the most points per game in the league. So I look for him to absolutely explode in this game. I think that crowd is going to be lit. I think the fans are going to have their hair on fire. I think the intensity level is going to be through the roof. And he's going to want to prove to the home crowd that, hey, you know what? He's going to want to prove how much they really missed him. He's going to want to show them. And so he's going to do everything he can to ball out tonight. And I really, really like his over 28.5 points for tonight's game. That is all I have for that. And then I will be moving on to my final game of the night, which normally would be the toilet bowl had it not been for Utah Detroit. I am going to the secondary toilet bowl. Washington Wizards at the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Spurs Bulls.
No, because the Bulls have – well, you know what? A week ago I would have, but the Bulls have been playing better. So, that's only half a toilet bowl.
Okay.
That's a
Fair
urinal
enough.
bowl. That's a urinal bowl. All right, this one is an actual toilet bowl. Okay, we're
So
going to
what's
full.
your game?
We're
I'm
going
sorry.
full.
Oh, Washington,
We're
Portland.
going.
Yes.
Yeah. The Bulls
I'll
Spurs
give you that one. That's total toilet bowl.
Toilet bowl. Toilet bowl 2. Remember, Bulls Spurs, a urinal bowl. We're going toilet bowl here.
Yeah.
So toilet bowl number 2.
Isn't hers.
Wizards at Portland. For this, I'm not taking a side, and I'm not taking it over, but I'm taking one player prop in this game. Now, some of you might be surprised of who I'm going with here. For those of you watching who know me as Johnny Football from the great Rob Perez's NBA Radio Roulette Show, you all know how I feel about this former Suns big man who's now with Portland, DeAndre Ayton. I've made it very clear about my disdain for him, my disappointment with his career in Phoenix, how underwhelming he has been, and how the majority of the time he just seemed disinterested and, quite frankly, had no heart. I've been known to give him names such as the Tin Man, the Big Bumdamental, and DeAndre Beaton, because he doesn't deserve the A, just to name a few. So my criticism of him has been very high. Having said that, if there were a handful of games where I would expect him to be dominating, it would be this game against the Wizards. I am going to take DeAndre Ayton over 12.5 rebounds. The Wizards are 30th, dead last in the league in giving up opponent rebounds. And look, I'm not asking him to score, okay? I think he can, but again, his motor is in question, okay? All I need from him is rebounds. I don't need him to score. I don't need him to block shots. Just get a rebound. And, just by his sheer height advantage, he can get 3 rebounds just by standing next to the rim. He doesn't even have to try. Just stand next to the rim. You're 6 inches taller than the tallest person on the Wizards. The ball will bounce to you. You'll get 3 rebounds right there. So I'm not asking for much for him. I believe he can get over 12.5 rebounds. I think he should get over 12.5 rebounds. And so that's going to be the bet that I'm playing for this game. Again, you heard me correctly. DeAndre Ayton over 12.5 rebounds. That would be my play for this game. That is all I have for tonight. I'll send it back over to Jacob, and he'll give you his plays.
I love it. The Prince of Picks digs deep every single time to get you guys the best stats and info that are out there, so you guys can cash your bets. There's a reason he smashes it out of the park on a daily basis. So for me, I have just a couple of plays that I'm going to be on tonight. I really like the Clippers minus 4.5. Even without Paul George, who I don't know if is a for sure go tonight. I think this Clippers team is just red hot. I think they want to go on the road and make a statement here. This OKC team is young. They're fiery. They've been playing great. But, the Clippers are winners of 5 in a row. They just put up 151 on Indiana. And OKC, they have played their last 3 out of the 5 games on the road. They're winners of 4 of the last 5. 9-4 against the spread at home. 17-7 overall. But I'm feeling this Clippers team right now. I think they're really meshing well. I think they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, and I think that they can go into OKC and get it done. So that's going to be my first bet. Any thoughts on that, Pine? It's cool if not. I'm just wondering.
No, I'm with you on that. I mean, the Clippers are rolling right now.
Right?
Yeah, they found something. It's funny because after the Harden trade, they struggled and everyone was, oh, this isn't going to work. We told you. I don't know. Something's happened. And Westbrook going to the bench, I think, helped a lot. But this team has really hit their stride. Even without Paul George last night, they played fantastic.
I mean, because really, that team is stacked. If you list the names on the team, Kawhi, Harden, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, what kind of team is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, the potential is through the roof with this team, so Harden's been playing a lot better. He's really, kind of proven himself to be a huge asset for this team. And yeah, man, I'm riding the Clippers train right now until I see
4.5 points on the road. I'll take it.
Yeah. Thunder are unproven, right? So it's hard when you got a veteran team with a bunch of superstars coming into town. That anything's possible. So with the current Clippers trend, I'm with you on that one.
Absolutely. My next play I'm going to be on though is I got to go down south to my boys, the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are 2.5-point favorites. I just really like the Pelicans. I really was uh, really disappointed the way the last game turned out. I really thought that they were going to finish that game strong, and they did not. That's against Memphis. They lost 115-113. That was 2 days ago. Cleveland has won their last 3 games in a row, but it was against Utah, Houston, and Atlanta. They did have a back-to-back against Boston, and they got scraped at both of them. So just keep that in mind that when they play the tougher teams, they have not been, performing up to par that you would usually expect to see them. Some people might say the same thing about New Orleans right now. Winners of 4 out of the last 5. They've beat San Antonio, Charlotte, the Wizards, and the T-Wolves. I think some of those teams are a little bit tougher than the schedule that Cleveland has been playing. And Zion is just, he's just nasty right now. Joe Val is doing his part down low, and combined, this team is really just starting to get a flow. This is the time of year when you start to see teams really separate themselves from the pack. And I think this Pelicans team finally going to be able to get that done this year and make a deep run with it. And it starts with beating teams like the Cavs. So that is why I am going to be on the Cavaliers. I am also going to be on this game over 229. I just think that this is going to be a slugfest, really. I mean, it's just that simple for me. We've seen these two teams put up points recently. Most of their games have reached this number or surpassed it. In the last 5, we've seen it in 4 for the Pelicans, and we've seen it in 4 out of the last 5 for Cleveland too. Sorry. Yep. So I think that 229 is just a bit low. So I am all over that. But if you guys want some more best bets from me, make sure to follow me on Twitter and TikTok at PickManagement. You can find all sorts of free plays throughout the day and throughout multiple sports. Last night, we didn't have a full video, but I did go 3-1 in the NBA. So if you missed out on that, I am sorry, but make sure to keep those notifications on. Payam, check in with the people one last time. Any final thoughts?
No, alluding to the Pelicans, Cavs, I think the Pelicans are just a better team, quite frankly. So I'm riding with you on the spread there, -2.5. I think that's a little low, to be honest with you. Cavs coming off a back-to-back, traveling on the road. And it's this Cavs team is, they're inconsistent for me. And now without Evan Mobley going down with an injury, and Donovan Mitchell's name keeps coming up in trade rumors, which I'm not quite sure why, but maybe they're looking to move him. I don't see what they would get for him, considering they just got him. But having said all that, I'm riding with you on New Orleans on the -2.5. They're just a better team, quite frankly. So I look for them to have cover the spread tonight. But yeah, that's all I got for that. As far as you guys can find me on X at PrinceofX10. You can also follow me on TikTok at LockItUpSports. We give out a lot of plays for a lot of different sports. So even if you follow other sports, soccer, football, college sports, basketball, whatever sports you guys follow, you're going to find some plays between me and Jacob. So make sure to follow Sports Betting Insiders on YouTube as well. Let's crash these books again tonight.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, the Prince of Picks, a.k.a. Payam. I'm Jacob, also known as PickManagement. This is the NBA Betting Insiders, only on the Sports Betting Insiders YouTube channel, and we will see you later.
It's all mathematics.
Mighty most definitely.
It's simple mathematics.